Hey everybody, welcome to the Double Stuff Podcast. We're double the host, double the topics, double the fun. I'm Sarah.
I'm Charity.
I'm Alan.
And with that big proclamation,
It's true.
it is true, he's ringing in the Christmas season, which is a perfect topic for this episode because we're in December and it's Christmas.
Feliz Navidad.
Yes. So, we usually talk about Christmas in December. That's usually how that goes. But we have a special guest. So I want to...
Special?
I
get a
special
in front of it? Yes, of course.
Wow. We want to introduce the great Sierra Scott
The one and
to
only.
the Double Stuff Podcast, everybody.
And I'm the Christmas freak, so that's why you brought me on. I know that's what it
Hey,
is.
we gotta
Join the
learn.
club.
We gotta learn from the best.
right.
That's
Yeah.
true. It's a sickness.
So for the people who don't know who you are, you want to introduce yourself? Tell us who you are?
Absolutely. I came to Wichita in about 2001, and I've worked about every TV station you could imagine.
Yeah.
And now I'm working at PBS Kansas with a show called Positively Kansas, which I call the anti-news. It's happy. It's good
Yes.
stories. It's positive people that are doing good things. So.
I think I've heard of this one.
Yeah, I think you might have been part of it once or twice. I'm just saying.
Maybe. Let me check your glasses real quick.
Yeah, somebody's got to clean them. For sure. Oh, jeez, I'm the worst, you guys. Oh,
No, it's
horrible.
completely fine. Well, on top of you actually being, a host on a show, you're also known for your host of beauty pageants. You've done so many things.
You know what? I'm one of those. I am a jack of all trades and a master of absolutely none. But I will try anything, and that's a scary thing to put out to you guys because you will probably challenge me, and I'll be doing something crazy now to prove my point.
On our
But
next skydiving episode.
I've done that.
Okay, well, never
I
mind.
get see out. The only thing I didn't bungee jump off, and then that's one of the things that I kind of regret. I was in San Francisco, and you could at that point bungee jump off the San Francisco Bridge,
Oh,
and
my
I
gosh.
chickened
The
out.
Golden Gate or the Bay Bridge?
It was a Bay Bridge.
The Bay Bridge,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it,
Yeah.
and I
okay.
should have because now you can't. I guess it's law.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you
no.
can't legally. I mean, nobody
Yeah,
can
people
stop
do it
you.
every day, unfortunately. Unfortunately.
You want to
with
try
that-
new things?
Yeah, well, I'm brave, but there comes a point. I don't know. I actually graduated recently from Police Academy. I went to the academy,
that.
and
Oh.
we actually had to spend time in jail and eat jail food. So, I've done everything, y'all.
Okay.
Did you get a mugshot too?
No, and I wish I would have done that.
Sarah.
But I will tell you why I was in there. This was funny. One of my the person that brought me along left me in the jail to go use the restroom, and one of the guards came up and grabbed me by. She goes, "How did you get out?" And I'm like, "I didn't.
no.
It's not. I swear."
It's the other guy, I swear.
I'm too beautiful to go to jail.
That's usually the plot for a film where you look
Yeah.
you look vaguely like
Yeah.
the escaped convict.
It
that came out
sounds
of here.
like the start of a comedy. Yeah. A little switcheroo. Yeah.
Not so fun.
Yeah. Not a joke for you.
No,
Yeah.
not so much.
Yeah.
Still, though, I mean, I love the fact that you're very adventurous.
I will,
and stuff.
I've failed at a lot of stuff. I'm very good at failing upwards, I think. But I'm willing to try it. I don't know. Some of the things I'm good at, some I'm not so great at.
Now you know what not to do.
I know.
Yeah.
Exact truth. And you know what I'm finding out? There's a lot of things I do not belong doing. That's it.
Now, one thing that you are known for, along with
Uh-oh.
hosting a
This
TV...
could be bad. What am I known for? Was that on the wall at the post office?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
According to the Rolodex.
I'm working my way to number one on the most wanted.
She did say she did some time in jail. So
That's a good
I know.
point.
wanting. Sierra
Yeah.
Scott.
That's the terrible thing. Anything
The
you
only
say can and will
bracelets
be
you
used
don't
against
own.
you.
Done the clink.
That ankle bracelet. Yeah. Haven't done that one yet.
She's like, man, I look terrible in black and white stripes. all
Oh, that is not
around.
black or orange. I'm not a good
orange,
person in
yeah.
orange either.
Here's the new black.
I feel like if you did have an orange jumpsuit, like you would bedazzle it or something.
I would.
Yeah.
I'd have to. Oh,
Yeah.
seriously. I would go
You'd
through.
be this beautiful jailbird, like bedazzled orange jumpsuit,
Yeah.
like Vegas style. Yeah.
You are absolutely right.
Oh, man.
Maybe that's my new Halloween costume for next year.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
gosh. That's true. You just gave her another idea.
Pageant jailbird.
I love it. Great idea. I like it.
No, but I was going to say, like, another thing you're good at and that you're known for is your love of Christmas.
Oh, my gosh.
Like,
It's
that's
a-
like one of your trademarks.
It really is. It's so funny because I actually start putting up Christmas things on October 1st.
I approve.
Oh,
I
yes.
approve
Do you
of
really?
this. Oh,
Because
yes.
I know a lot
Yeah.
of people hate that. They're like,
That's
no,
me.
is it really?
We
You
gotta-
do?
there's an order. There's an order.
there is. There has
There's
to be.
an order to the holidays.
You've got to do it right.
You can have pumpkins around the Christmas
There's
tree.
pumpkin
See?
pie at Christmas.
That's true.
Yeah.
She's got a point.
Oh, I know. It's been years, and apparently, even though I've won this one, they won't let me win this one. But there's an order to the holidays.
Well, there is an order. It's just we reverse the order somewhat.
Yeah.
It's not that there
Yeah.
not one.
Charity's
Just
one for 365 days of Christmas.
I do. I listen
Oh.
to Christmas music all year round, and I am
Yeah.
not ashamed of that. I love it.
love that you
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Harmon family is pretty festive.
I have a new respect. That's really cool. Because I actually, because I've given in, because there's a Grinch like you.
Well,
in my
I still
midst
love
that-
Christmas.
Okay.
Just in its place.
Okay. But for how long? Okay, how long can somebody play Christmas music then? Does it stop?
Oh, that's a
The
good
27th?
question. Because every once in a while, and I have a Pandora station that's Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
And every once in a while, I'll get a Dean Martin Christmas song that comes in, that just pops in. But I do, if it's not in the month of December, I'm just
Oh,
kind
you
of,
skip it, don't
you're
you?
out of place. But it's Dean Martin.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
I can't give it a thumbs down though. I'll let it play.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's played out of the wrong cue. I would say.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
Like I'm only listening to it because you're Dean Martin.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I went so bad one time that we had a Christmas in July party because all my Christmas
Ooh.
decorations were still up July 4th.
These two
Oh.
tell me about that. That's a thing. I had no idea
Oh,
that
yeah.
there's a Christmas in July.
Well, I made it that because still, so that was my excuse to still have decorations
Yeah.
up on July 4th.
Gotcha.
Well, and Hallmark will play Christmas movies throughout the month of July
Oh,
because they have a Christmas in July theme. So I think it still works.
I do too. I have no issue.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do, but
I mean, So when it comes to, and we've talked about this before. So I mean, everybody has their holiday traditions, and part of a family's holiday traditions is usually the movies that get watched. So if it's Christmas, there's a set of movies that get pulled out for Christmas. If it's Halloween, it's Halloween themed, and
I'll
this
give you
and
that.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
same for that.
yeah, but as far as like just a Hallmark movie out of the blue for Christmas, I think I got other things to watch.
Okay, not to make fun of Hallmark movies,
Okay.
but they're all sappy, so even
Yeah.
Hallmark movies in July are still.
Oh,
you know,
and we've
Christmas
talked about that
Yeah.
too, Sharon. Yeah.
bet you have.
If you've seen one Hallmark movie, you've seen them
them
all.
all.
You've seen them all.
You really
It's
have.
just a play on
I
the
know.
characters and locations and
The guy and the woman
Yeah.
hate each other at the beginning, and yeah,
you got it.
Yeah,
You got it.
Forget to, you got to throw in a small town Christmas farm.
That-
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
about
yeah.
to go under.
oh
Yeah.
right,
Uh-huh.
right,
Yep.
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 And somehow it all works out in the end, and it lasts all year, even in the middle of March. The gingerbread farm will still keep going.
That's
right.
right.
Gingerbread farm. They got to harvest their
The
cookies.
zoo,
Harvest our
the zoo
cookies.
lost a reindeer, and it's gonna have to go back unless it can be saved by
all sound like Grinches
the
now.
local vet.
I just fit my sarcasm in all holidays.
Yes.
So
Yes,
I guess
you have to.
so still going with that, since you do talk about Christmas, do you have
Yes.
any cool Christmas memories from like childhood? that
Oh
you
my
have?
gosh, there are so many. You know, my granddaddy, and this is the craziest story. My granddaddy could build anything, and he lived on a farm. Speaking of a
Oh,
Christmas farm, okay, now
perfect.
we got to work the reindeer on the farm
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
somehow. But what was really neat is he could build anything. And at the time, there was a dollhouse I wanted so bad, and it was in the store, and it was big, and it was probably 3 stories tall, and it was just big and huge and very expensive. Well, at the time, and I feel bad because I appreciated it, but not as much, he by hand built a dollhouse.
Oh my god!
And he was that good. And I mean, he put glass windows in it and a staircase. I mean, we're talking the whole thing. Now, at the time, I won the store-bought one. Now, that thing would have gone in the trash 100 years ago, right?
Yeah.
I still have this thing.
I was going to ask
Oh,
you that.
yeah.
Do you still have it?
Have it. Yes.
Yes.
And it
Very
meant
cool.
that much. So that's one of my favorite memories, that we tended to do presents, and I grew up very poor. So our presents really had meaning behind them. And
Yeah.
now I still do that. I don't go buy, a $100 thing. I come up with something that means something to somebody.
Yeah.
And then I try to make a present accordingly.
Sure.
Oh yeah, that I mean, you still can't miss doing stuff by hand. It still has that labor of love to it.
Absolutely.
You know? Which is kind of a lost art in a lot of ways, just because we don't really hand make. Usually associated with kids, like kids make the cards and they
Right.
make that. We don't
Right.
necessarily always see adults doing that.
Right. Right,
You
because it's
know.
easier. I mean, and I hate to say that, throw down the credit card, boom, you're done, and here's your
Yeah.
present, and here's the receipt if you want to return it, and
Right.
Merry Christmas. I mean,
Gift
that's,
card.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's broken by February.
Yes, that is true. That's happened more times than
And
not.
you can't return it because it's been like 60 days, and
Yeah.
it's like I guess I'm gonna have to.
You lost the receipt, stolen
Yeah.
credit. Yeah. That
Yeah,
whole thing.
it's always something. Yeah.
I like it. Always ends downhill, and then it's broken, and then we can't take it to the store. We always build it up so high, and then reality says it's like
Yeah.
and then it's like a bunch of junk, and it just rots in the garage for 20 years. You know. That's how that goes. But I love hearing childhood stories because,
Me too.
well, because like I said, Christmas. I mean, it's a great time of year, but it's very nostalgic.
It is.
You know,
How
and
about
like-
you? Do you have a really cool Christmas memory?
Oh goodness, everything really. But we've talked about this before. But me and Charity, actually our whole family, usually most Christmas Eves we make Christmas cookies,
Oh, fun.
and we've been doing that since we could stand, pretty much.
I think it's great that we still do that as adults.
I do too.
Because there's pictures of us in the old photo albums of I think the earliest picture, I think I'm sitting in a high chair with frosting on my hands and stuff. So there's that. But we're in our 30s and we're still making
We're
cookies.
still doing it.
Because that's just what you do. That's
I
Christmas.
love that.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I've never seen these cookies.
Oh, of course not.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, and nothing against them, but maybe they don't taste that good and they don't want to share.
Oh, man.
Those fighting words.
Just for that, I'm making you cookies.
Oh, good. Oh, punish me, please. Make me cookies.
I like it's a threat. Oh yeah, you think we don't make cookies?
There, now see, we're gonna
Yeah.
box now.
Yeah. This is how I knew what I was doing.
Alan likes to invoke.
So,
press those
Alan,
buttons.
what story do you have?
Well, I love Christmas. I always have. It's been a very special part of my family and growing up, and that I've imparted on my family. And we do both the traditional secular traditions as well as the religious side.
Oh, cool.
It's so much fun, and it's truly a time to just reflect on all the things that are important to my family, and yeah.
That's cool.
I
I
don't
love
really
that.
know where else to go with that.
Yeah. Well, my
Put
Christmas,
it in a box, make a bow,
Yeah.
sell it.
Well, what's funny is one of my Christmas traditions got way out of control. So
There we go.
So
Here we
you
go.
knew it was going to come. What's funny is we started out with kind of a themed tree.
Okay.
And so you can now you can get Christmas decorations, do anything. If you want to get a Christmas decoration with a lawnmower, guess what? They make it.
Right.
But we had one themed tree, and I loved little reindeers when I was a little kid. So we started out with a little tree that had a lot of these little puffy reindeers. Now I have in my house, this is a sick thing, we probably have over 200 trees. But,
Oh my
but
gosh.
some of them, now let me get some of them are an inch tall. Okay,
Okay.
so they still count. So when I do a party, we make people find all the trees, which takes forever. But anyway, they're only really probably 30 big trees.
Okay.
But all the 30 big trees have a theme. So each one of them, there's a vacation, and this is the one that really means the most to me, is a vacation tree. So every time we go on vacation, we have to buy an ornament from that city
Oh,
that
nice.
represents that city. And so what we do is we sit down that one tree, we get a bottle of wine, and we hang each ornament one at a time, and we talk about the trip
Aw.
or why we were there.
Great idea. Love
It's
it.
so
Yeah.
fun.
That's
That is-
really good.
That's our favorite tradition.
Is
now.
that
That's our
like,
new one.
Is that like your biggest tree? Because as much as you
Yes.
travel, you probably have a little bit of
Oh,
everything.
and it's packed. It's got everything from Las Vegas to California to there's just
Yeah.
trips all over.
Okay.
Within the country or
they're overseas
or-
too.
okay.
I have probably ornaments from Vietnam. I have ornaments from China, Cambodia. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, there are ornaments from everywhere.
Okay. And as far as the trees, they're all artificial trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I learned a long time ago. I love fresh trees. There's nothing that beats that smell. So there's always
Right.
one that's fresh and
Okay,
real.
same thing here.
So it has that smell because
Yeah.
I love that smell. But yeah, I just figured that after a while, when you have
Mm-hmm.
them in every room, which we do, there are needles in every room.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they stay a long time if you have carpet. And there are a couple rooms we have carpet. And
Yeah.
so
We,
I'm
we,
out.
we lose a lot of needles on fake trees, and we see them. So I'm like, how's it is for a real tree?
I know. And sometimes you see them almost 11 months later, and you're like, I
Yeah.
vacuumed 16,000 times, and it's still there.
Yeah, I'm like,
Now,
I'm-
something that
yeah.
we've debated in the past are tinsel.
Yeah,
Were you a tinsel person?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
And that
Okay.
gets on everything.
Everything.
Walking out of the house, I will
Yeah.
go to events, and I have tinsel hanging out the back of my
Okay.
but it'll blend in with what you usually wear, so it goes in with all
Right,
the
right, because
sleeves.
I'm blingy anyway, so
Yeah.
there you go.
So now I'd be like, what's that thing hanging off your shoulder there? You know?
But I'm kind of back with you, Alan, because the thing is with tinsel, you will find it 11 months later somewhere
Yes.
in a cushion in the couch or
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Glitter too.
Yeah.
Dogs like them too, and I have a dog
Oh,
that comes into the house. So yeah, we are a no tinsel.
Okay, I get it.
And I am a no glitter person anyway to begin with, but I got two girls and they
You don't choose glitter. Glitter chooses you.
Actually,
Will
yeah.
find
no
it. Yes.
lie.
That is
No lie.
Sometimes
and
you
it
choose that glitter
never
life.
disappears.
yep. Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like our family, we have a love-hate relationship with glitter. My dad can't stand it.
Even we're all grown adults who like know how to handle glitter, and he still does not. He has this averse reaction. He's like, I hate glitter.
Okay, now one
Yes,
thing
yes.
that happens in a lot of people with their traditions.
Okay.
How about travel? Like, do you hopscotch around to different houses around the Christmas time, or is it everybody comes to your house?
Okay. I used to have to do that, and now not so much. Everybody comes to Wichita, which makes it so
Yes.
much easier.
Or we're kind of central.
yeah.
Kinda works for
Yeah,
people
it
East
does.
West Coast. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does make it much better. But I am not the cook, so I don't know if you guys know this. I can't microwave it, I don't make it. So a lot of times we do, and I hate to call it a hobo Christmas because that sounds really bad, but we invite people over that have nowhere else to go. But the one
okay.
thing is they
Yeah.
have to bring a dish with them
Okay.
that their family made that they like, and we've done that. And
like a
that's been lot-
potluck.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah,
It's really fun
that's-
because you
yeah.
share all sorts of dishes that you might not have
Yeah.
ever had.
Any standouts that might not be a traditional kind of this is classic Christmas, but has entered into I'm expecting this if it walks in the door?
Well, you're gonna love this. I have
Okay.
some Jewish friends, and they make kugel. I love kugel.
What is that? I've
What is
never
that?
heard
It's,
of it.
it's kind of it's almost a dish that's more like lasagna. It's not.
Okay.
It doesn't have a red sauce to it, but it's a noodle dish. It is so good. So we
Do we
share
have
that, so
any
that doesn't.
I
Jewish
think we
friends?
should.
I'm
I
like-
think we should get some.
We need. Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of want to try it now.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm curious now.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, it starts with a K, I think. Kugle. I think.
And is it a meat dish or I mean you said
No,
noodle?
it's more noodle.
Okay.
It's kind of a I don't know. It's a cross between macaroni and cheese
So
and
it's savory.
lasagna.
It's a
and
savory dish.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. I love it.
All right.
So yeah,
I love like stuff that's like unorthodox or kind of unusual, but is working its way into tradition or stuff that we're not used to, whether it's cultural or just something that just happens in December. We're like, oh, we should make that a yearly thing. You know,
Yeah.
that's always fun when that happens.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
'cause
have a favorite Christmas song? That's a hard one.
I
but-
you know I hate to say I actually do, you guys, and it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh,
Nothing
I
wrong
like
with that.
I love that
That's so
song.
cute,
Nothing
though.
wrong with
I know,
that.
but everybody else likes, Mary Did You Know, and all these,
Sure.
beautiful
I'm more
traditional
of
songs.
the Mariah Carey.
Oh,
just
yeah.
the entire
Y-
Christmas
yeah.
album. It's
Yeah,
really good.
I agree with that.
That's me.
Yeah.
So when you
You?
sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, do you shout out the little extra?
Oh, of
call?
course I do.
Okay,
Good
just
call.
want to make sure you're singing it right. Yeah.
Yeah, and
only
the
one way.
reindeers, play the little reindeer games like Monopoly.
There you go.
Didn't even plan that. Good job,
you go.
girl.
oh yeah.
Okay, so at the end, when he goes down history, is it Columbus or is it dinosaurs or what's the other one?
George Washington.
George Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like three different responses.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I grew up hearing Columbus.
I did too.
And then I think when I got older, I heard dinosaurs.
See, like I heard dinosaurs around second grade, so I think I automatically go dinosaur.
Huh.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've only
Yeah.
ever heard George Washington. Where did
Really?
you get...
Wow.
I didn't
But-
get George
Okay.
Washington until like middle school. So,
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
older when
Well,
I.
and
yeah.
that time you guys were back in Kansas, so that was an Indiana thing. which
Indiana,
was
I had
Columbus?
dinosaur. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Columbus was kindergarten,
Columbus, yeah.
but I don't know because Columbus is sort of like a bad guy.
Oh,
so I think
I know.
they
Yeah,
tried to
I know.
like get him out. So like I, for the most part, I'm like 80% dinosaur.
like for real. You're talking like that's in your DNA. I'm 80%.
So it's gonna be
Well.
fun. If I have to bet, I'm gonna bet on the 80%. I'm gonna
Yeah.
Charity's gonna say dinosaur.
So yes.
I think I start. It depends on the group. Like Columbusaur. You know. I start.
You change your mind halfway through.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I was
It's an
gonna say.
abomination, an amalgamation, collusion.
Hilarious.
So
Oh my gosh.
and I put off as in like, yeah, I sang the correct word.
So as far as going back to tradition,
Yes.
do you like a white Christmas with snow on the ground?
Yeah, I gotta say
Okay.
I'm one of those because my grandparents were up in Iowa. So when I was a child, we went every Christmas to
It's
Iowa.
almost a guarantee.
Guarantee. Seriously,
Yeah.
I can't think of one Christmas that we didn't have snow in Iowa. I really
Okay.
can't. There might have been one in there, but not. I'm gonna say I don't remember.
No,
if
it's
there
the
was.
opposite here in Wichita.
I know.
Maybe not.
It doesn't
I
snow until
know.
January, and at that point, you're not in a Christmas mood anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
Then it's annoying.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
ugly. You got to
Yeah.
shovel it, and
Yeah.
it's ice. You
Yeah.
got to go to work.
Yeah,
still.
nobody wants a slushy Christmas.
Yeah, that's,
You know?
That's true. Kansas will snow like a foot, and then it'll get really hot, and then ice over because it
Yes.
freezes overnight.
Yes.
And then you're slip sliding for like 3 weeks.
Right.
And then it does it all over again.
That's what I don't get. How does the ice last 3 weeks? But it does. Once
Yeah.
the snow melts and turns to ice, it doesn't go
Yeah,
away.
It melts in
crazy.
layers. It's just, even when it melts,
Yeah.
it's still there.
Yeah.
It's true. It's crazy.
No, this is fun though because I figured Christmas is one of those things that we can talk about for like 500
Oh
hours.
yeah. Oh, easily.
But
Yeah.
but I want to, if you guys have any other Christmas traditions and stories you want to tell us, please let us know. Because, like I said, there's no shortage of stories and holidays and stuff. But before we end, I wanted to thank Sierra for being on.
Yeah.
Oh, son, are you kidding? I should be thanking you. I haven't laughed this much in a very long time. It's a blast.
We're guarantees. We're full guarantees.
That's right.
I was not in doubt.
Oh, good. Well, if you wanna check the rest of the episodes out for Christmas and all the other ones, you can binge listen to our episode at doublestuffpod.com. Of course, you can check us out on all the social media platforms: Facebook and Instagram at Double Stuff Podcast, and of course on Twitter at Double Stuff P, and that's the letter P.
Merry
George
Christmas.
Washington.
Like the dinosaur.
George Washington.
Dinosaur.
George Washington.
We're on Columbus.